Hello and welcome to the Online Course Creator Show. I am Lou Blakely, your host, and this is the podcast to listen to if you want to grow and scale your online course business for more freedom, fulfillment, and to be able to impact a lot more people without spending more of your time. So I'm very happy that you're here today to listen to this episode, and I'm pretty excited about this one because I think it's at the top of everyone's mind at the moment, and that is Black Friday. As I'm recording this, it is a Sunday morning in Australia in early November, and already I have seen so many Black Friday offers, both in the e-commerce space and from course creators, coaches, as well. And I think that the idea that Black Friday is just the Black Friday weekend is well and truly over. I think years ago that was the case, but every single year I'm noticing that people are offering Black Friday offers all of the time, and there's sales everywhere at the moment, everywhere we turn because of this. And as I mentioned, it's not just in the e-commerce space. I also think Black Friday was traditionally more of an retail holiday and then e-commerce like online shopping, but now it is very much a big part of the online course calendar as well. Also, traditionally Black Friday was a very North American based weekend of sales, and that is also no longer the case. I think Black Friday is now global. It's very much a really big thing here in Australia. And so what we've seen is this weekend of sales become massive, but there is a way to do Black Friday right as an online course creator, and there is a way to do Black Friday in a way that's actually going to damage your business in the longer term, and we don't want that, which is why I'm recording this episode for you today. Now, before I dive in, I also want to remind you that right now you can get Kajabi, which is my favorite online course software. It's an all-in-one software tool that gives you all of the tools that you need to create, launch, and deliver your online course. Right now, they are doing a huge promotion, and, you know, they're getting in before Black Friday as well. So they've just done a massive rebrand, and this promotion is part of that. And this deal is a promo deal that I have never seen them do before, and I can't imagine they're going to be doing it again anytime soon. So I would seriously jump on this if you're not already using Kajabi. So the deal is you get 50% off the cost of the software for the next 12 months, which is massive. And it doesn't matter whether you want to pay one upfront fee for the whole year, which is their annual plan, or you could also go with the monthly option. Regardless of which one you choose, then you still get 50% off. So it is a really cost-effective way to use the best online course software there is, in my opinion, in your business to help you grow and do all of those things. So you can head over to loublakely.com/Kajabi. And if you do sign up using that link, you also get a 45-minute bonus strategy session with me. So this is where we're going to dive into your strategy for your online course launches. This isn't a call where I'm going to walk you through the software, because Kajabi does that. Kajabi is very good at providing you with the resources to use their software. So this is a higher level look at your particular business and how you're going to get up and running and making money using the tool of Kajabi as fast as possible. So if that is of interest to you, head over to loublakely.com/Kajabi. I'll also put the link below in the description. And if you do sign up, please send me either an email or DM me on Instagram so we can get that bonus strategy session booked in for you. So now that I've got that out of the way, let's dive into today's topic. And I think this is a really timely time to talk about Black Friday because you've seen these offers already. I mean, if you haven't, you're probably hiding under a rock. Then you've probably been thinking in the back of your head, well, should I be doing Black Friday? What should I do for Black Friday? Should I be offering my course? Because if you've been listening to this podcast for a little bit, a few episodes, you probably have already gathered that I do recommend to create one signature program. So should you be offering that, Or, what could you do? How could you make the most of this promotional period and actually make some revenue in your business, which, let's be real, I think we could all do with more revenue in our businesses right now. It's been a very, very interesting year economically, and why would you say no to making more revenue in your business? And right now is a time where people are going to be buying more because the whole market is in promotional mode. It is what they like to call selling season right now. From now until Christmas is an absolutely key time in your business to be making money. So you probably already know this, right? But I bet you're wondering how you could actually make it work for you, and if you should even be doing it. And perhaps you already have your launches mapped out. Maybe you're doing quarterly launches. Maybe you're launching 3 times in a 12-month period, and you actually don't have a launch scheduled in at this time. And you're wondering if you should move your launch dates. And in this episode, I'm going to share with you how you don't even need to worry about any of that. So if there's one main takeaway that I want you to take away from this episode, is that I don't recommend to sell your signature program, whether that's an online course or a group coaching program, at a discount on Black Friday. I do not want you to do that at all. And this is a big no-no, actually. So firstly, discounting your main offer is going to devalue it. And there's only ever one time that I would offer your signature program at a discount, and that is when you're launching it for the very, very first time. And you're doing that pre-sale, you're selling before you actually create the course. This is the one time that you can offer a discount. But apart from that, discounting your signature program is just not a good idea, because the whole idea of a signature online program is that it's a premium product at a premium price, and once you start discounting, you are really on the downhill slope. And I don't want that for you. So instead, I want you to look at Black Friday as a time in your promotional calendar in your business to have fun, to experiment and test out different offers without damaging your long-term goals. So I'm going to share a whole bunch of ideas with you of offers that you could put out there over this time. So if you don't have a pen or a notebook, I would recommend to grab one at this point, and you may need to stop and start as you listen so that you can write down, and then you can go away after this episode and actually brainstorm what it could look like for you this Black Friday. So firstly, you could pull something out of your signature program that is appealing, that is a real key part of your program that people are excited about, and actually repackage it into a smaller offer. So if I was looking at my program Moneymakers, for example, there's so much that I could pull out of there to sell on its own. And I'm going to share some examples with you, and hopefully these examples will help you to look at your own offer and think, well, I've got this and that inside my program. Maybe I could use that as a Black Friday offer. So in Moneymakers, there's so many things that I could pull out. So I could do the email launch templates that I have in there. I could sell them separately. I could pull out module 4, which is how to do a pre-launch, exactly what type of content to share in the runway to a launch. I could also pull out the content calendar for the content that you share during the launch event promotional period and the open cart period, like day by day, what content to launch at what time. I think that would be really appealing as a standalone offer. I could also pull out the process of how to create a strategic launch event so that when you run like a webinar or a challenge, people are actually primed to buy, and it's actually going to make you money. So that's another idea. I could do something around how to debrief a launch And when I actually think about these topics, I could actually do a live workshop. So I could sell a live workshop that I'm going to run in December, for example, just on this one single topic. So maybe it's like a 1 to 2 hour workshop. So instead of asking for the sale for the entire program, which is the entire system, I could pull out bits and pieces that are going to appeal and still be able to help people in some way. And obviously this would be at a lower cost. Now, just because I'm using these examples does not mean that I'm going to be using these at Black Friday, but I just wanted to give you some examples. So think about your own offer and what is inside there that you could pull out and sell as an individual offer, whether that's something you're going to teach live, or it could be that it's just like they get instant access to the lessons, or maybe you want to re-record it because the first time when you created your online course, you felt like it could be improved, like maybe you've had feedback, and this would be a great opportunity to actually sit yourself down and re-record something so that it's current for right now and then sell it. So you've got that Black Friday built in as accountability to get that done. So there's so many things you could do here. Just be careful that they are things that are very much things that can be sold as a single offer and that they are going to help people get some result in some way without it encroaching on your bigger offer. So that's a really easy way to actually come up with an offer idea for Black Friday. So as I said, we're experimenting. We can actually pull out an offer of something that you've already got in your business. And I think that's the key with Black Friday, is to actually grab something that you've already got inside your business so you're not creating like a whole new offer that you have to build, right? Because we all know that takes time. And you want something that's already inside your business that already exists in some way, shape, or form, even if you have to improve it slightly to get it out there as a single offer. It's just going to make Black Friday so much more fun as well, because you actually get to use it as a testing time and seeing what people go for and what they don't. So another idea is that you can sell something in your business that already exists inside of your business that you've never actually sold before, and you're not sure if you would even want to sell it regularly. You're not sure if there's even a market. Like I just said, you can test different things. But it could be that, you know, in your one-on-one work with clients, that you've created something for a client who had a problem and you created something to help them fix that problem. I bet you have things like that in your business, like so many. It could even be if you're providing services and you're actually doing done-for-you work. It could be a process that you've set up to help you deliver your services, like maybe it's a Trello board or a Notion template or something like that, that you could easily turn into a product and sell. That is a great type of offer to use for Black Friday. Now, you could also test a new offer that you've been considering, but you're unsure if people actually want it. So now's a great time to have a look at it. Maybe you've got an offer, a secondary offer in your business that you're not sure if it's really selling that well, and maybe it's just the way it's positioned. So you could look at how you could position it differently. So you could take an existing coaching program, for example, group coaching program, and actually change what's on offer, create that offer stack. So what is in the offer? Maybe it's adding some one-on-one calls. Maybe it is adding a feedback like audits, that kind of thing, and then actually putting it out there as a completely new offer to test if people actually prefer that option. There can be a misconception that Black Friday has to be low-cost, cheap offers, but you can absolutely put something out there that is a higher ticket offer, and you need to just put that firm deadline on it. Like at the end of Cyber Monday, this offer is gone. So it's a great way to test a new offer or reconfiguring an offer to make it more appealing and see how it goes. And then after Black Friday, you can assess and do what you want going forward with that. Now, on the topic of finding something inside of your business, it could be that you have an offer that you've retired a long time ago that you could simply give a refresh and put it out there again. That would still help people. So again, I'm challenging you to look inside of your business and existing assets that you already have to make it really simple for you. Another great option at Black Friday is to sell someone else's offer that you get a commission on when people purchase it. So this depends on whether you have those kind of things set up in your business. And I think that having multiple revenue streams in your business is a really, really good idea. It's definitely something that I'm always working on myself, and I have affiliate revenue coming into my business every single month, which is amazing, and I highly recommend you look at doing the same. If you have any of those affiliate arrangements, it could even be someone else's offer, right, that you get a commission on if you sell it, or it could be software. It really depends on what niche you're in as to what this would be. But a lot of these people will be doing their own Black Friday deals, so all you have to do is promote it for them, and then you get that ongoing commission. Or if it's someone else's offer, it would likely be a one-off commission. So this is a great option if you already have this kind of arrangement set up in your business. And the beauty of it is that there's no delivery on your part. You don't actually have to deliver any product at the end of it. So those are my offer ideas in terms of what to offer. But I'm going to share a few more, which is more about how to actually package it up. So I actually think putting offers together is a real skill. And if you don't really understand what an offer is, then I recommend that you go and listen to episode 24, which is an episode called The Difference Between Your Course and Your Offer. As far as I'm concerned, this is recommended listening for every course creator, because what's inside your program is not actually what you're presenting as the offer to the outside world. So an offer is actually when you look at how you're going to package up certain things and they all come together to create an irresistible offer. So definitely go and listen to that episode. I will link it in the show notes for you. It's one of my earlier episodes, but it definitely rings true. It's one of those topics that will never change. It's a fundamental difference to understand. So go and listen to that if you haven't already. Highly recommend it. I also have my short course, Create Your Dream Offer, which I will also link below. It's only $97, and that walks you through the offer creation process as well. So there's a couple of ideas here that I have either experimented with myself or I plan to try. So the first one is that you could offer a base program. So this is actually a way that you could offer your signature program, but you're not discounting it. Instead, what you're doing is you're adding 4 Black Friday bonuses that are really, really juicy. They could actually be other programs. So what this looks like is that you would have a bonus that expires on each day of the offer. So say if you're doing the traditional Black Friday period, which is it's the Black Friday through to the end of Cyber Monday. So that's 4 days. So you could have on the first day, if they buy, they get all 4 Black Friday bonuses. But at the end of Friday, one of those bonuses is going to expire. So on the next day, they only have the 3 Black Friday bonuses left. And then so on and so forth. So on Sunday, there's another expiring bonus. And then if they purchase on Monday, they just get the last Black Friday bonus. Now, this is an offer idea that I did a few years ago, and it worked like a dream. There is a bit of a tech setup side of this, though, which does create a bit of work for sure, but it's also a really great way to get way more sales at the start of Black Friday rather than waiting until the end. There's also quite a lot of novelty associated with this. And the other advantage of this is that you could actually do this with your main program rather than finding another offer, because you're not actually discounting it. What you're doing is offering these amazing bonuses. By all means, you could actually use a different offer though. That's not your signature offer, and you could discount something new or something old or whatever you want to do. There's lots of different ways that you can do this, so be creative, but this is something that I've found works really well. Now, another idea is to do 5 days, 5 deals kind of offer, or 4 days, 4 deals, and each day you have a different offer. You can either close that offer at the end of each day, or you could have, say if one opens on the Friday, you could leave that open until when you close the doors for everything. So each day there's a new offer introduced, and then the doors close for all of them on, say, the end of Monday, or if you're doing 5 days, then it could be the end of Tuesday, because I now think that Tuesday's been added onto it. It's like Small Business Tuesday or something like that. So that could be incorrect, but I have a feeling that maybe that's the case. But it doesn't matter the exact days, but there's all of these different ways that you can package it up, right? And that's what I mean about actually packaging an offer versus just selling your program. So as I'm sure you're hearing, there's so many different ways you can do Black Friday, and it's really time to get creative. But there's two things that are going to help you drive sales during this time, and that is the urgency. So like that first one I shared with the extra Black Friday bonuses, they expire at the end of each and every day. So you actually are compelling people to make a decision and check out. I know that when I did that offer, I got a huge amount of sales on the Friday, which was amazing. But I actually still continued to get sales over the weekend, which I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting that everyone would buy on Friday to get the most bonuses and then it would really die off, but it didn't at all. So that's a really good one to try. So again, urgency, vital. How can you add that into your promotion? And also I think novelty is also important at this time. I don't think that novelty is something that you necessarily need in your normal launches. However, when it comes to Black Friday, standing out amongst the competition, everyone's promoting at the same time, then some kind of novelty or fun or creativity is definitely going to have a higher chance of getting noticed, and people actually want to take part in that. Now, I really love the 5 deals over 5 days because you get to experiment. You've got 5 different opportunities, or it could be 4 different opportunities if you just did a 4-day one, to actually test out different offers, and you could do high ticket versus low ticket and really experiment. I think that these offers can actually be really fun to put together. So instead of thinking like it's a drag, I've got to come up with some ideas, actually enjoy the process. There's not too many opportunities in everyday launches to be really creative with playing around and testing different things. So Black Friday is a great opportunity to actually do so, and then take that feedback, take the results, and actually think, well, people are showing me what they want here. How can I actually implement that into my business throughout the next year? So I hope you've got heaps of ideas on what you could do for Black Friday. It's absolutely not too late. As I mentioned, we're at the start of November. This episode is coming out in a couple of days, so still in the early November, so definitely don't hold back. But I do recommend that if you're going to do something for Black Friday, then you need to make sure that you're being consistent with speaking to your audience right now, because it's just like a launch, right? Pre-launch is very, very important. Ad costs at this time of year are very, very high, so you may not even want to run ads because obviously it's run off an auction system. The more people that are paying for ads, the higher the price. So lots of competition. We've got lots of other things going on in the world at the moment as well, which are driving those ad costs up. So, and you know, people are already offering, as I mentioned at the start of this episode, they're already running their Black Friday promotions, and I'm sure you've noticed this. So ad costs are prohibitive, and also you will probably notice that your email open rates are going to drop from what they normally are because people are just getting so many emails and they're not getting to all of them. So don't let that put you off though, because there are still people in your audience that are going to pay attention, especially if your offers are really, really compelling. But on that note, Black Friday is not the time to try and grow your audience. It's so crowded at this time of year. So I would really encourage you to focus on your warm audience. And it will be harder to reach them than normal. Like I said, email open rates usually do drop, but your offers should be so compelling that they actually speak for themselves, and your true blue followers are going to notice them. So if you've been building your audience this year, then you're definitely going to reap the rewards at times like this. Whereas if you are someone who hasn't really focused on audience growth, you still don't have an audience, you don't have a warm audience, then instead of thinking, well, how can I change that by the end of November, it's pretty unlikely, then I really encourage you to actually start making your plan so that 2025 is not going to be the same. And how can you set yourself up now for these opportunities in the future so that you can make the most of them? And I'd also try to avoid launching your signature offer around that Black Friday time, even at full price. Like I'm just talking about a normal launch. Just wait until December to do your last launch of the year if you've still got that in your plan. Now, my last thing that I want to touch on with Black Friday is don't make it too hard on yourself. Don't go for perfection. You just need to get your offers out there. You don't need to create big, long sales pages for all your new offers or a test offer or an old offer that you want to put out there. Don't make it complicated. You don't need all the bells and whistles. Just create a checkout page with the information on it. Send out the information in an email that goes straight to a checkout page. You don't need the full funnel for this type of promotion, especially if what you're sharing is likely going to be a one-off or you're just testing it out. Then just share what it is, why they need it, and the ones who it appeals to will grab the opportunity. There's not going to be a heap of time to actually persuade people in terms of that longer funnel. So just go for the short funnel. And, as I said before, you are really using your warm audience to make this a success. So don't overthink it. I hope you've got heaps of ideas from this episode today to actually put something together and actually make the most of this opportunity for your business rather than just opting out because maybe you think you can't compete or whatever it is. Just try something. Have fun. Experiment with different offers and really use this as an opportunity to practice that skill of putting offers together. And I definitely recommend to go and listen to the episode 24 and grab the mini course on creating offers if you haven't got it already. Again, those links are in the show notes, which you can find below in the information for this episode. And just a reminder that the Kajabi 50% off for the next 12 months is running at the moment. This offer ends on November the 11th. So get on it and you get that 45-minute strategy session with me. This is the only way you can get a strategy session with me at the moment because I don't offer these as a standalone product. So if you want my eyes on your business and us to create a plan together for your next launch and how you're going to make it a success, and you don't have a reliable tool or software for promoting your online course, then jump on Kajabi. It really is. I think it's the easiest software to use regardless of your tech levels. And right now that offer is just unreal. So now is the time to jump on it. So go to loublakely.com/Kajabi. And if you do sign up, reach out to me anywhere online and let me know so that we can get your bonus strategy session booked into our calendars. Now, if you found today's episode useful, please share it with any friends who could benefit from it as well. It would mean the world to me to get this podcast out in front of more people. Thanks for listening and have a great day. See you on the next episode. Thanks, course creators and go-getters. You're incredible, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit subscribe in your podcast app so you don't miss an episode. If you'd like to find out more about what I offer, head across to loublakely.com. See you next time.